Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in. If you are new here, welcome. If you have ever been here, welcome back. Thank you very much for your support. Today I'm going to talk about something else of which I never thought I'll ever talk about it. It's about my experience with the Kenyan politicians. You might be wondering, how? How now? Yes, I had some experience back then in Kenya before I came to Germany, and that was the time when I wanted to come to Germany. As I had said in my previous video, if you have not watched it, it's about how a pastor almost shattered my dream to come to Germany. So we had planned a fundraising function which did not turn out as we had expected it to be. We had to look for another way to look for the funds to cater for my expenses. Like I had said in that video, is that I did not come from a well-off family. So we had to really look for another way to get that money. And because in Kenya, the politicians or the members of parliament get money for specific functions, known as CDF. We had to look for our member of parliament of my area. I come from Tanzania. And so this is how it began. My mom and I would wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning. We would make sure that we were in Kitale. Kitale is a small town in Kenya, that we were there latest at 5 a.m. in the morning so that we could be able to get the chance to talk to the minister. At that time, the member of parliament was Honorable Eugene Wamalwa. You know, I even lack words at this point because what I went through, I can now laugh about it today, but at that time it was very, very dramatic and sad. So we would wake up at 4 a.m. and by 5 a.m. we were in Kitale. And you think it was very early in the morning? Yes, it was. And you just think, oh, did we even get anyone in the office? Okay, we did not get the people who used to work in the office. But when we reached there, there was a very, very long line. Many people were already waiting. In order for you to be able to even get that chance to air your plight, you had to be there very early and to be among the first people who arrived there, because maybe they would take 20 people and then the other ones would be told, okay, come the next day. So this is how it began. The first time we got there, we waited and the office was opened at around 8:39 or 9 a.m. And then, so the people had already made up a line. So the first person entered in the office and talked about his or her own problem. This would be noted down. And if you are lucky enough, you would be sent to the office of the MP of Eugene Wamalwa. But for us, we never got this chance, because the first time we were told to go back home and come the next day, which we did. We went back the next day. Again, when we arrived there, we were told, okay, the MP is very, very busy. Please try again the next day. We did it. At that time, we were given the number of the MP so that we could try and reach him on mobile phone, which did not bear any fruits, because the MP told us, you just come in my office, I'll be there and we will be able to talk. But when we got there, we were not given this chance to talk to him. And there's a time we were also told, okay, what we are going to do, just write your problems, tell us your problems, and they would write down what the problem was and note down your telephone number. The MP will call each and every person. And because our case was an urgent case, I had told them I was coming to Germany to study, because if I had said I was coming to work as an au pair, I'm very sure they would not help me, because for them that was a house help job and they just did not see why they should fund such things. They were only funding for things like education. So that's why I said I was coming as a student to Germany. But we waited for this call and waited, nothing. It did not bear any fruits. So when we saw, okay, this one was not going to help us in any way, and that was really our member of parliament, we decided to look for another way. And we were able to get the number of Honorable Noah Wekesa. but he was not our member of parliament. Of course, his office is in Kitale, but he was responsible for another county, but not the Trans Nzoia. I don't know if Trans Nzoia is a county, but I think not Trans Nzoia County. But we just decided, okay, if this one does not help us, let us just try with the other one. And we called there. We were told to go to the office, so we went there. But we were not able to get the MP. But unlike the workers at the office, at Eugene Wamalwa's office, the workers here were very, very friendly. They really took us in. They listened to our problem. They even offered us a bottle of soft drink or a bottle of soda. And they informed the MP about my problem. He got back to us and told us to go to his office. But when we went there, he told us, okay, the problem is I'm not your member of parliament, so I cannot help you because these funds are only allocated to certain cases, and those cases should be in my county. Because you do not live in my county, your address is in another place, I will not be able to help you. But who was I, or who was my mother? We did not give up. We were those people who would really wake up every day, 4 a.m., the same story, same way of doing things. And one day, because after talking to Honorable Noah Kesa, and he told us he could not help us because we did not come from his place, we decided to go back to our MP because he did not have any other option. So we went on with waking up so early in the morning, going back to the office, being told to go back and come back, hint and forth. And one day when we had just left Honorable Eugene Wamalwa's office, heartbroken, we decided to go to Kitale town to run some errands. And when we were my mom spotted a certain car and she said, "Hisi gari ya Noah Kesa, isn't this Noah Kesa's car?" And okay, then she asked some people who were there, the boda men, the taxi drivers. By that time, these taxis were bicycle taxis, and she asked them if that's Noah Kesa's car, and they were like, "Yes, it is. That is his car." And she told me, "Okay, call him now. Call him, tell him you are now in Kitale." And I did it, I took my phone out and called him, but his personal assistant, his PA, is the one who took my call, and he told me, "Mkubwa is now very busy. You cannot be able to talk to him. He'll get back to you." And then I was very lucky. The Honorable said, "Who is it? Give me the phone." Then he was given the phone. I introduced myself and my plight, and he said, "This girl has been looking for me for a very long time. So you do this. You've said you are in Kitale now." I said, "Yes." He told me to take a taxi and follow him to Kitale Sports Club. So he told me he'll be there in 15 minutes. So by that time, I should also be there. Where? Elembio tulikimbia. I mean, we really ran. We looked for the boda very fast. Boda was by that time these bicycle taxis. There were no motorbike taxis. Of course, we could also get a car, but we did not have that money. So we took we took the bicycle taxis, and within 15 minutes, we were supposed to be in Kitale Sports Club. I think it's called Kitale Sports Club. The boda drivers, the cyclists, they cycled very fast. And I remember that was the first time that my mom and I took separate bicycle taxis, because we used to share one so as to save the money. But because Noah Kesa had also told me that he was going to cater for the transport, we thought, okay, each one should take his or her own taxi. So there we went. The cyclists cycled or rode the bicycles. There we go. Then we got there at the venue. We stayed at the gate. He had already told them, by the way, that he was expecting some guests. So when we were at the gate, we introduced ourselves. They said, "Okay, no problem." The security man went inside and came back. And when he came back with the money. He gave the cyclists their due, the transport, and we were let in. Oh God, I could not even believe it. I couldn't even believe it. So we got inside, but Honorable was very busy. We were told to sit in a lounge. And there, when seated there, we met a certain girl. I've been looking for this girl, by the way, today. Even today, I'm really looking for this girl, Brenda. She was supposed to go to Czech Republic to study medicine. I've really been looking for her. I don't know if I'll be able to find her. I don't even know her second name. There's even a lady on Facebook. I wrote to her. I thought maybe she was the one and asked if she was the Brenda we met some time back, but she was not the one. So maybe we'll get to know each other, or we'll get to pick up the contact sometimes later. I would really love to, so that we could remind ourselves about this day. And I would also to see how her life has turned out. Okay, we waited for the Honorable, who then later came and excused himself that he had a meeting which took very long, and he was very, very, very friendly. He bought us lunch. That lunch was expensive. It was fish and chips, but it was not for 150 Kenyan shillings, €1.50, like it used to be back then. I think it was going for 400 or 450, or even if I'm not wrong, maybe it was even 700 Kenyan shillings. I cannot remember very well, but it was very expensive back then for me or for my family. What we thought, wow, we were seated on a table with a minister eating this expensive lunch. I could not believe it. I aired my plight to him, but he said, okay, he doesn't know how he could help me, but he was going to make sure that he would assist me in another way, because his hands were wrapped. How do you say? They were tied together, so he could not just take these funds and give and support me, but he was going to do something about it. And there we went. We then left. He gave us some pocket money. It was, I think he gave me 500 Kenyan shillings, that is €5. And he gave my mom, I think if it was not 1,000 Kenyan shillings, then it was 2,000 Kenyan shillings, either €10 or €20. We left that place rich. We had transport for the next days to rush to Kitale and follow Honorable Eugene Wamalwa. But it came a time where we gave up. We could not, we did not do that anymore because it was not bearing any fruits. Okay, my mom came up with another idea because the time was running. It was almost time that I come to Germany. So she had printed other cards, invitation cards, which she took to Naivasha, where my dad has been working, and distributed them to the workers and friends of my dad. And I'm telling you, people, that's where I got my transport. These people were generous. These people were true friends. They really supported my dad, unlike my church members, who I think most of my church members, they did not even want to see us progressing, or even most of my village people. I know this one family who also helped us. They bought our piece of land. Yes, they bought our piece of land. They said at that time they did not even need it, but because they wanted to support me, or they wanted to support us, that's why they did it, and I'm thankful for that. So my mom sold a piece of land at that time for, I think it was 40,000 Kenyan shillings, that's €400. My mom sold our bicycle for €30, 3,000 Kenyan shillings. She sold some raincoat also for 3,000 Kenyan shillings, that's €30. Also my mom sold some things. Our TV, we had this great old television, the red one. She sold that, but we had a lot of these great old televisions. So she sold one of it, and we remained with the others. I don't know why we had a lot of them. And my dad's workmates and his friend, I'll make an extra video about my dad's friend. Really, a friend in need is a friend indeed. This man, may God bless him and his family and his generations, because what he did to us, no man can do. No other man can do, I think. But this person really came through us. He helped me even when I was already in Germany, where most people think that when you're already in diaspora, you have a lot of money. But he was not that kind of a person. Let me stop at this place. That will be another extra video. So, okay, the people contributed the money. So it was already time that I fly. We planned our visit. We had to go back to Moy's Bridge, where I come from. It's a small village. We went there, packed our things, then went back again to Naivasha, whereby we traveled to Nairobi. And when we were there, so I was supposed to fly the next day. When we were in Nairobi, then came a phone call. It was Honorable Noah Wekesa. He called me and he said he would like to assist me, and I told me I should go to his home, but I told him I was very far. I was in Nairobi at that time, so I would send my sister, and that's what I did. I sent my sister, and they were taken to his home. They were welcomed warmly, and at the end of it, she got she was given 10,000 Kenyan shillings. That's like 100 euros. Yes, to support me, and that's how we got the money. So my sister wired the money through M-Pesa. We got it, and we were able to raise the money for the flight tickets. That's how it was. So my another experience with this same Honorable Noah Wekesa is when I'm very sorry, but see, I have to laugh. When I came to Germany, I really had a lot of problems. You people, you just don't know which problems I had in this Germany. This land has taught me a lot of problems, but you see, I never gave up. I've never given up. Giving up has never been my option. That's why I'm still going strong, and that's why I'm also where I am today, because if I had given up, oh God, I think I would be somewhere seated, maybe in a slum. I don't even know how my future would be. When I was here in Germany, I had a problem. I had a problem with the Alliance Authority. You know, you have to present an obligation letter that someone has signed for you. This person will be taking care of your needs, will be paying your school fees, will be paying for your rent, and you will be paying for your health insurance and all those things. So I needed this obligation letter. And when I had one from my dad's friend, but when I went to the Alliance Authority, they made problems. They did not want to recognize it somehow. And no, sorry, I'm giving a wrong story. It was not like this. It was not the Alliance Authority. It was like this. I had to go to a pre-university. A pre-university is known as student colleague. This is whereby you go to a school and study for almost 1 year, because our Kenyan national examinations cannot take you direct to the German university. So that's why you have to visit a school for like 1 year, and then after that, afterwards, when you have passed the exam, you can visit the university. So when I went to this town, I did not have any money. But you know what? I already had my ex-boyfriend, the one I talked about on the other video, where we broke up, the one who chased me with our child. I already had this boyfriend, but he did not support me in any way. But okay, so when I was in this town, I did not have even any rent. And you know, you have to pay for some caution money. And we were supposed to pay 500 euros caution money, that is 50,000 euros, but I did not have it. So, I being I, not knowing what to do, I called Honorable Noah Wekesa and explained to him. I explained to him what I was going through, and he told me, "You just tell these people that your minister will be coming to Germany." So he was planning to come to Germany for our conference. So he told me when he'll be coming to Germany, he'll meet me and he will assist me. So he told me I should go and tell these people that they should bear with me, because my minister will be coming to Germany, and when he'll be here, he will pay all those things. You imagine going somewhere, they don't even know which kind of minister that is, or if he's already a minister, or they're just lying. You think they'll accept? But you know, I was very foolish. I told them I did this. I did that, but they did not even want to hear that kind of foolishness from me. They told me they want their money. I should just look for a way. Whether my minister will be coming or not, that is not their issue. Yeah, okay. Fast forward. Okay, then came a time when I went back to Kenya the first time. I went back to Kenya after 4 years of stay here. And when we arrived, or when we alighted at the airport in Eldoret, then came as a man and he told us, there's behind there was this minister would like to speak to us, but when we looked, it was Honorable Ekesa. So when I just alighted, he had already alighted and spotted us, and we greeted each other, and it was like, oh, so you are back, eh? So you have already started and already brought a certificate, and and you know which kind of certificate he was talking about? It was about my child. I had brought my child, so he said, okay, this is the kind of studies you are going to do there. Is this what you are going to study? Okay, Honorable, as if you are even watching this. Yeah, that was the kind of studies I was coming to do here. I came and studied life in this country. Life. This school of life is the toughest ever. It is the toughest ever. I don't even know if life in Kenya is this tough. Or maybe because I had a tough life in Kenya, kinda. That's why I was ready to push through. But, hey, you know, in Kenya, I was even under the wings of my parents. My parents were the ones doing everything for me. But here, I was alone. I had to do everything on my own. But anyway, that was my experience with these Kenyan ministers. When I look back today, I just think, okay. And I don't want to say even anything bad. Honorable Ekesa helped me with the 100 euros. I'm very thankful for that, because no one would have given to me. Even if he was able to pay for the world ticket, which I think he would be able to do. But because maybe he had his own reasons. Maybe because it was really not his responsibility. He was not our MP. Because maybe that's why he did not do it. But yes, girls or guys. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to subscribe and watch my other videos. Until then, goodbye.